Ooh, we are live. Okay, folks, so if you're watching this on a replay, you'll have to excuse the fact I've got to keep the tone down. Everyone else is asleep in the house, so going to be a bit quieter than usual. Basically, I've just put this live stream on. I've just got back from work. See if anyone's about at this time. If not, it's all good. If you're watching this on a replay and want to know what this live's about, I'm basically just asking people to check out my community tab on my YouTube channel. Now you can access that through the YouTube app, or if you're using a PC or tablet, you can access it on there. And I just want you guys basically to place some votes for me. So I see we've got someone that's joined already. Hello. Hey Darcy, how are you doing? So for anyone that joins, if you missed it at the start, I have to speak quite quietly because everyone else asleep in this house. And do remember that your comments are delayed to me, so I won't see them as soon as you post. Hi Bobby, how are you doing? So I know Bobby's already done this, but as I said, the point of this live is just simple question, or ask, should I say, from me. And that is just to go to my community tab and place some votes. So there are 3 polls that are up on my community tab right now. If you could put your vote in on all 3, that would be great. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't seem to have a way of you linking a specific community tab post, which I find really odd for such a big platform. But yeah, that's all I'm asking, because we are going to be doing a gigantic unboxing, and in that unboxing we're going to split into a series of videos based on colour of the animals. So as I've put in the post, for an example, one video will be all the red animals we unbox, one will be the yellow animals we unbox, and by the poll will help me decide basically which order to do the videos. So the colour with the highest votes will be the first video of that series, and it will go on through until the one with the least votes will be last. And I'm curious to see, actually, I'm really interested to see if the very last one, so the one that hardly anyone has chose, would remain as popular as the one everybody chose based on views, or whether it really will cycle downwards. Who knows? Because YouTube is a weird platform for things like that. There are so many videos that are put out that you've put a lot of effort and a lot of fun and enthusiasm into that just get nothing, and then you do one that's a bit of a rushed video, you're not too happy with it, but you put it up anyway, and that one does really well. It's such a strange place. So just was curious about how it works in terms of popular votes. And if you have friends that have the YouTube app, even if they're not into inverts, get them to have a vote for me as well. Share it around best you can, let your friends know, let your family know. I'd like to get as many people voting on this as possible, just for good fun. Hello to everyone else that's joined. Hello Liam, hello Jake, how are you doing? Thank you Darcy, Darcy's done it for me, brilliant, and I know that Bobby has already done that for me earlier today, so that's great. There's not really much more I'm here to talk about, so if anyone wants to ask anything, feel free. This is not going to be a long live stream. My battery on my phone is on 26%, and I've only just walked in the door from work, so I've only just took my shoes off. But I've got a free 15-20 minutes or so if the battery lasts that long, so I'm all yours. And the reason I've done this on a live stream as well is it's just easier. It's easier if anyone's got any questions or misunderstands the things on those community posts, that you can just ask, or if anyone's got questions about how things are going. And obviously I'm on my break from pushing out videos yet, but phase 3 is coming. We've got an explanation of phase 3 that will be coming out as the first video. Probably going to be quite boring to some, but I'd rather have it all explained and laid out there. And we've got a predatory beetle video. We have a trade unboxing video, so I traded some phasmids for some other animals that we did an unboxing, and then we will be starting the series. I'm hoping to make this big unboxing purchase next week, if they have everything in stock that I'm after, but it will quite literally be the biggest unboxing I've ever done. How are things going? They are going well. I finished with the general decorating of Danielle's house, which is where I am right now. I'm not at mine, I'm at Danielle's. She's asleep, her son's asleep. That's why I'm talking quite quiet. But I've finished decorating as far as I'm willing my finances to go right now. Kept some back towards this unboxing. She's due 15th of August, so she hasn't got very long, or we don't have very long really until baby arrives. She's quite big now. She's struggling a bit now. She's much bigger than she was with her son. She's had a lot more, not issues with the pregnancy. The pregnancy's been fine, but a lot more like symptoms and a lot more fatigue and things than she had before. And she's kind of got to the grumpy stage right now, where she's getting annoyed at every little noise or habit or whatever that anybody does. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm also not, well, I'll have to talk to Danielle to get her to accept or not, but I'm not going to be hiding well, I don't plan to hide the baby away when she comes from YouTube, and that is solely because pretty much 4 or 5 days a week I will be here at Danielle's with the new baby. So a lot of my recording will be done here. So the baby will be around. And I think it's going to be more annoying from a viewer perspective to have background noise of a baby crying than to have the baby actually in the video. So you can see what's going on, and then I can cut the video as and when is needed. I feel safe enough now. I've got a lot of, YouTube friends. I've learned who's kind of safe, who's a bit weird, who's a bit dodgy, and who's perfectly safe to have on my channel. I have had people blocked from my channel that I do find creepy, so I feel a lot better about it having my family actually on the channel now. Pregnancy in summer is awful, yeah, because her son was a winter baby and my daughter was a winter baby. They were both born in November. So it's going to be weird having a summer baby. Danielle was also born in winter. Thank you for voting. Really appreciate that. And you'll have to excuse my vaping. I re-quit smoking, so I actually went back to smoking. And I quit again. I think I've done a month now. I've actually not kept count this time, so I'm back to a month smoke-free, just vaping instead. So, just happy to see Danielle on a video. Thank you. I want to try and involve her a bit more, but she's not one for bothering with makeup and hair and all that. She's quite happy sitting in her pajamas all day if she can get away with it, but she won't come on the camera like that. It doesn't bother me, but it obviously bothers her. So when she feels in the mood to do that, then I'm sure she'll jump in a lot more videos. It's going to be a weird one. It's going to be a very family based, like actually family on the screen a lot more in the channel. So it's going to be a whole new direction that I'm quite excited about. And if people don't like it, I'm not putting my family second to YouTube. So if people don't like it, that's their problem. You just don't watch me if you don't like it. I hope you guys are able to actually hear me okay. I know it's quiet, but I'm not waking people up for the sake of a live stream. And I can tell she must have gone to bed knackered. because I walked in, her bathroom lights on, her telly's still on, with some creepy looking kids program that I can't even pronounce on the telly. She must have just crashed out. I'm glad you can hear me. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say myself, unless you guys want to ask anything else. This was really just to try and get some more votes in, because I think the votes when I last looked were in the 20s, some of them a little bit less, I think. So it's 3 polls. You can vote on each one. And if people can tell their friends to do it, that would be great. I want to try and get the voting a little bit higher, because obviously that will fluctuate. Oh, have I crashed? My screen has crashed, people. I'm not sure if it's crashed for you. Oh, I'm back. Okay, so I'm sorry I've gone back to portrait, but my whole phone just froze then. Where are we at? Okay, I'm going to keep you in portrait now. You'll have to put up with the black bit either side. So I started stocking some of my new shelves earlier. So the first 2 videos, or 3 videos that will come out are before these shelves have started being stocked properly. So it's pretty cool. So in this room there will be no spiders. The spiders are in a separate room. This room is keeping all the animals that, should the kids get hold of them, they're not going to be of any risk. And the riskier they are, the higher up on the shelves they'll be, and so on and so forth. Whereas in the other room we have the spiders, which, you know, it's more a risk to the spiders than the kids, because, you know, our son's at the age where you grab things and you squeeze them. You know, he doesn't quite understand that they're animals, but he does watch. He does look at the spiders, does look at the animals, and he's not very vocal, but he does say, "Oh, look," when I bring them out, which kind of makes me feel good. He's got no fear of seeing the spiders walk around the enclosures or anything, which is great. That's exactly what I want. So hopefully the new one will be the same. Oh, it's nearly 2 in the morning here. Getting tired. But I did say I'll try and do some live streams, and I will try and do another one again. They'll be spontaneous. You probably won't get any warning when they'll come up. So I don't know. It's just as and when I can until these videos start coming back out again. I also stopped with doing the Wednesday ones, if you've noticed, and that's just because I need to take some time to look at what ones I really want to push forward. And I also think that it was affecting views on my normal videos. So some people still weren't quite getting the idea of the Wednesdays being re-uploads, and there was a bit of confusion. And I think it was affecting my normal, newer videos coming out as well. But I will go back to doing them again a little bit later on. They'll just come in bursts, basically. So how is everybody else's day? I hope you're all doing well. It's nice to actually come up here and chat, even though I'm actually just chatting to a screen. It's still kind of nice. It's nice to get back in touch with people. Hey, Creepy and Crawly UK. So Creepy and Crawly UK is the person that I did a trade with. So when the video comes out with that trade unboxing, that's who I traded with, right down there. How you doing, dude? How other phasmids do you still keep Phrygonis? So the Phrygonistra I've only just recently passed on. I've passed them on to a friend and subscriber here to continue them on for Project Paradise. So he's raising the last of my nymphs. So all the adults have died out now. I've had a hatch of nymphs. Didn't get very many come out. I had one lot of nymphs come out, which I passed on, and then the second batch of nymphs, not as many hatched, so I've passed them to him. He's going to raise them and carry them on. But I do have another giant species now, not quite as big, but still another giant, because I can only house now 6 reasonable sized stick insects, 1 big stick insect species, and maybe a couple of little ones as well if I can get away with it in the other house. But they are doing fine. I'm re-raising a manga, which used to be known as a phalax. Beautiful species, not the easiest to raise. I was successful with them last time, which was before I had YouTube, I think. One of the most stunning species you can get, basically, in the hobby, in my opinion. It's not my favourite, but I think it's the prettiest. So we'll see what happens. I only actually have 3, and that's not because any died. I actually only bought 3. I can't remember the ratio now, if it's 2 males to 1 female or 2 females to 1 male. I can't remember, but I only have 3 of them to raise up, and they're awesome. I've still got Periphasma schultii, the Black Beauties pink wing variant. I'm still keeping those because they're not very well spread in the UK at the minute. The normal Periphasma schultii are everywhere. Red wing ones are everywhere. You can pick them up even on eBay really, really easy. Still an amazing species though. But the pink wings, they're laying a lot less, which is odd because they are the same species. It's only a genetic difference. And that's a species that lay so much over, but mine are not. And I'm curious as to why, because when I've kept the standard morph, I ended up with more than I could pass on. And this one is not being quite the same. And I have a decent amount of them as well. So it's very, very peculiar. But we will see what happens there. But once they start laying, and I'll keep enough over back for myself, and then I'll be spreading them around the UK. I have 3 stick insect tanks free at the moment, and I'm being very, very picky about what I'm willing to put in them. Sorry, that was a very long-winded answer for you, Jake, but there you go. My male Avicularia M6 matured, so I'm going to attempt my first pairing with my female when they're ready. That's awesome, Darcy. You'll have to keep me informed on what happens there. Really looking forward to that. I want to get into a bit more chances to pair. I'm really terrible with tarantulas. I can pair them fine. I just can't seem to get them to lay a sack, and I was going to just give up and just keep them as my pets and loan them out. But I have been offered in a few weeks potentially Pseumopius cambridgei mature male for my female. One of only very few arboreals I've kept because I raised her from a small one and I couldn't bear to let her go. So I'm going to give them a go. I know they're an easier species to breed, so we're going to give it one more go. Jake, I currently have 4. Oh, sorry, I've missed some here. Creepy and Cordy UK. I had some pink wing Black Beauties that didn't lay too many. Oh, so that's interesting. Maybe there is something that's changing that then. Hi, Craig. Nice to have you here. Jake, I currently have 4 adult Phrygonistra who's the entrances adults at the moment. Dedicate my time to trying to find them after seeing your videos. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, they are an amazing species, and if you can pass some out, whether you're selling it or giving it away or whatever works for you, try and get them around as much as possible, because a lot of people still don't keep them, and it would be really, really great to have them around. They are awesome species though. I'm already missing mine after I passed on the last of them already. But I can't have them again, at least not for a few years. Got too many more to breed and pass out. Oh, downside to my phasmid keeping, my O. Pandora, a very rare species in the UK. I cannot have them. Well, I can have them. I cannot breed them. I ended up with 2 males out of the batch that I had. They started dying out at sub-adult stage. No idea why. Not a clue why that started happening. And then 2 males survived and matured, and I am gutted. Absolutely gutted, because I was after that species for years. It was my one opportunity came up to get some over, and then raised a batch to sub-adult, lost a load, kept 2, and they ended up as bloody males. Can't believe it. Absolutely gutted. I would love to have spread them around. They don't live long either, so it's by the time I'd find any females, if I could find any females, those males will probably be dead. And they only matured 2 weeks ago, something like, or a week ago, something like that. And they won't. They'll only last a couple more months. I think it's about 4 months cycle or something. They start to die out, which is a real bloody shame. What else do I have? I have another one that's I do have another rare species. For the life of me, I can't remember what they're blooming called now. I'm too tired. It's gone from my head. I have one more species that's not very well spread in the UK, and they are taking forever to grow up. They have not matured yet, and I'm pretty sure I've had them well over a year, which is mental. Bloody hell! I cannot remember, but I will do, when they mature, I will do a video on them. Unless they start dying out as sub-adult as well, in which case I will lose my mind, because I've raised them from over as well. Well, I'm probably only going to stay on for a few more minutes, guys. We'll leave it till the live gets to half an hour, and then I need to start getting ready to go to bed. Another day tomorrow, my daughter's sports day, and then I've got to get to work straight from that. So it was nice to have a few of you join at this time. I didn't expect very many people to actually show up. So quite grateful to have had a little chat. And for those of you that joined late in the live stream, all I was doing was asking people to vote on my community tab and try and get others to vote on the community tab. There's 3 polls. You can vote on each poll. It's all explained in the community tab as well. So what the polls are about, but it would really help me out if people were to put their votes in on there. My nephew had sports day. He was winning the 100-meter and then stopped to let the others catch up. That's adorable. That is really cute. Bless. I'll be selling batches of eggs for cheap so people can have a go at owning them. Still waiting for my 3rd generation P. Magnus to hatch as well. That'll be pretty cool. They're a good species. They're a decent sized species, so they're not too big that people can't manage them, but they're far from small. I like giant species. They're just a pain because you need so much space for them. I will add as well, as far as shows go, I may not make any more for the rest of this year. BTS was probably it for me. Won't make the Scottish. The only other one I was going to try and make was the Western. I can't make that now. Work won't let me have that one off. And then I'll have a new baby, so I won't be able to attend the Central one, which is the new one. I'd love to go to Brighton, but Brighton show is in November. I have Lexi's birthday in November, my daughter. I have Danielle's son birthday in November. I have Danielle's birthday, and then we have obviously Christmas. And it costs me a lot to stay in Brighton and to travel to Brighton. But the atmosphere for the Brighton show, the Southern show, is absolutely amazing. I would love to be able to attend that, but I just don't think that's going to be possible. So those of you in the UK, you probably won't see me at a show now till next year. I've booked off BTS for next year, so hasn't been approved yet. But as soon as that's approved, or hopefully it will be, if not, I will fight. I will fight to get that holiday time, because I'm not missing. I do not want to miss that next year. I will threaten to leave my job if they don't let me do that one. Can't wait for tomorrow to be over. So Tuesdays are like my Fridays at work. They're my last day of the week. That'll be great. But they're also one of the busier days, which is a bit of a nightmare. I end on a busy day and then I start back on a Friday, which is another busy day. Yeah, so I'm going to be going in around 4 minutes. If there's anything else anybody wants to know, if you've got any questions. I'm not going to show you the new stuff. You'll have to wait for the video for that. I do give you a little tour. So in that, the first video that comes out for phase 3, even though it's a talking video, if you do want to see a tour of where I keep the spiders now, where I keep everything else, at least watch that part of it. You can see the new setup. It's not going to be 100% finished because I need to replace a chair and do something with this coffee table that I'm going to be filming on. But for the most part, it's done, which is great. It's taken a long time, but it's totally worth it. Well, Tuesday's busy. So at my work, and I'm not being horrible to anyone here, but I call it a benefit payday, and I understand a lot of people do need to be on benefits. There's a lot of people that can't work, and I've got no problem with that, but we tend to get the wrong side of benefit people in. More like the ones that don't want to work and feel entitled to have everything for free and act like they should have everything for free, and they all tend to come in and cause chaos. And then we have the racing event over the road every Tuesday. It starts in springtime and ends in October, so it's a really long event, long sporting event. So everyone wants to, it's literally over the road, so people come in to eat before. It starts at 7, it ends at 9, so then they all come in after as well. And it's a bit of a nightmare. So it's my least favorite day of the week. I would literally rather deal with a Saturday lunchtime, short-staffed, and have to do it even on my own than I would just working a Tuesday. I just can't stand them. It's just the type of people and the volumes of people, just not cool. Oh, dearie me. Right, last chance for anything. If not, I am going to shoot in 1 minute's time. But thank you for hopping on. Over here, benefits pay out the first of the month. I think they're actually 2 weekly here. Do you know what? I don't remember. It's been so many years since I've been on it. And I might be totally wrong. It might not be one of those paydays. But that's those type of people that come in. Like, I could be totally wrong in it. Or it just could be that it's Chav Day, or, you know, Scummy Family Day, or whatever. I don't know. It's Bring Your Feral Kids In Day. I don't know what it is, but it's not fun. Obviously, we get normal people too. Like, they're not all horrible. We get some lovely people in too, but we just, I don't know why it's always a Tuesday.
yeah, I'm going to shoot from this now, guys, but thank you so much for joining. I'm going to take 10 minutes to myself and then I'm going to go to bed. So, yes, remember, get as many people as you can, if you don't mind, to vote on that community tab polls. All 3 of them if possible. I know some have had way more votes than others, which is odd. So maybe that's just people scrolling and have only seen one. But if I could get people to vote on all 3, that would be great. Yeah, I'm off. So thank you all for joining. Take care, everyone. Bye.